Hey, welcome back everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading and your chief dealer, keeping you sane. I'm also going to publish this also on, I don't know what that is. Video Ideas Publishing. Okay, here we go. I'm also going to publish this on my my TradingView account, because I see that I'm trying to get more subscribers to my YouTube account. So anyway, it is 9:54 a.m. on March 6, 2025. A lot of things been heating up in the currency market. Please, for those of you on the TradingView platform, go over to my YouTube account, Park Avenue Trading, and you could see all the analysis that I've done, because it's going to look like, starting from here, it's going to look like I'm a bunch, it's full of like horse manure. So it is not. I mean, I predicted resistance in dollar yen at 151.51. We went to a high of 151.30. That's pretty damn close. So that's all in the history books right now. But what's happening right now? Well, there is a main support, or a medium-term support, at 147.20. 147. That's close enough. 147.19. It's so far is held, okay? But the only way that this thing shows any type of strength today is if we get over 148, the figure, okay? Right here we have short-term resistance right up there, 148.09. That is the short-term resistance. That would actually show that potentially we have a potential to get back up into a short-term range. Just, really dollar yen is weak. It hasn't broken down completely yet, but it's starting to. And the 150 level is an all-important level in dollar yen. So it's broken down below that level, and it's basically tracking lower. Now, what's driving this? Well, there's a lot of fundamental news back there, and I'm not a fundamental trader. I'm a technical trader, but you got to be silly if you don't follow the fundamentals. You got to look at the yields. The Japanese government bonds, JGBs, have basically, looking like the Japanese are going to raise interest rates. In the United States, as you know, Trump is actually trying to force the Fed to basically cut rates. It's going to be a battle for that. We'll see if something occurs in this month of March, to see if they do a 25 basis point cut. But what's happening in the fundamentals in the background is that international investors want to bring their currencies home. That's also starting to happen in the British pound and the euro dollar. The British pound was in a tight range for quite a long time, but just sticking with dollar yen right now, we need to break really above, say, 148.10. I really, the signal for me is right around 147.80. If I'd be watching price action around 147.80. This is not like a long-term trade. This is just trying to squeeze out 80 pips if we can. So if the price action basically starts breaking up through 148.80, 147.80, I'd be thinking that dollar yen is starting to recover a little bit for the day, driving us back up to around 148, like 35, 148.50-ish. So that's what I got going on in dollar yen. Let's go on over to good old sterling dollar. If I can find a sterling dollar chart. Here we go, sterling dollar. Okay. Sterling dollar had an initial resistance at 128.20. We were originally trading in a range between like 125.60. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. We were originally trading in this range here between 125.60 and 127.06. On my previous videos, I said we need to get above 127.06 to potentially drive the price up to this 128.20. Now, there has been a shift. All right, so right now, the dollar, if you looked at the dollar index is starting to fall, which is basically just in what's happening in the markets right now. So sterling has not really fully blown up, like sterling's taking off. No, sterling's basically starting to get out of the lower ranges, coming to come up to the upper ranges. I do believe that sterling dollar is going to have a tough time at 130. That's an important point for cable to get up above. If we can get up above 130 in the medium term, we're looking at the old price level of sterling dollar, which was what, around 132-ish, which is fine historically. Cable was trading recently around 132.40. So we're starting to see something happening in cable. So as it stands right now, we're sitting right at 129, the figure, which is, let me go to I got to see what my currencies, I had cryptocurrencies up. I got to change that. We're around 129, the figure. So the important point to watch is that 128.20 level. Right here. It needs to hold this in order to basically say that it's going to, move up to the 130 level and potentially track to the resistance point that I have at 132.34, close enough. 132.34 is a main resistance. So what I would expect to see up there is, no, I don't want that. I want my shark guy. I want my shark. I want my shark up here. What we expect to see up there is some profit taking. And there's a lot of people that have been long cable, and I would expect to see some profit taking at this 132.48. I think it's a little bit overextended for the short term, driving us back down in between these two ranges, 130 and 132, like driving us here. So cable today, what it needs to do, it needs to hold this 128.20 level. A warning would be a break of 128.50. I think a breakdown below 128.50 today is going to drive us down to that 128.17 level. And then you'd watch price action to scoop cable for a run at that 130 level. So let's move on over to good old sterling yen. This one, let me see if I got my sterling yen. I got my sterling yen up over here. Had resistance at 192.50. Beautiful, beautiful. Came right up into it and got smashed back down. But what's starting to occur in these crosses, because of what's going on in cable and what's going on in the euro-dollar, since they're picking up a little bit of steam, they're basically drafting off of dollar-yen, and they never really had any muzzle velocity. Sterling didn't have muzzle velocity. It's still lagging in that department. It's not just shooting straight up. So these currencies are drafting off of dollar-yen. In order for sterling yen to, stay bid and start to, get back up to that 192.50 level, it needs to get over that 190.80 level right here. So that's the level that it needs to get over. So now you'd have to start paying attention to what's going on in dollar yen. Is dollar yen breaking that lower support at 147.20-ish? If it is, then dollar yen is definitely showing that it's going down to 145, which is, perfectly in the cards. Nothing to panic about. We've been there recently. It wasn't long ago that we were trading at like 145, September 27, 2024, we were trading right around September 24th, we were trading right around 144.60. So that's not too long ago as far as currencies are concerned. So really, we got to get above that 190.80 level to show any type of strength to get back up into this area right here, 190, 191, like 30-ish. It has to hold, right now. It's got to hold that 20 level. This was an all-important point that I had on the charts, for a while. Again, I say for people that are on my Trading View that haven't seen my YouTube channel, please go over to my YouTube channel, Park Avenue Trading. I said all of this, so I don't want to make it look like I'm just coming up with stuff out of thin air. So right now, it needs to hold that 190.30 level. If it breaks that, we're going to test that 190, the figure. There's the all-important support, like at 187. I had this level, pegged a long time, 187.95. We didn't quite reach it on the extension down. We went down to like 188.96. But hey, in the world of currency trading, you know, that's damn close. So let's go over the euro yen. Euro yen, all right, right now we're sitting right around 160 after the run up to 161.30-ish. We came off to 159.12. Again, that's history. So what's happening right now? 160. Right now, the main point to watch in euro yen on the day is 159.44, something like that. Let me see. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say really the warning level is 159.68 or 66. That's close enough. That's a warning level, okay? That would mean if we break that, we're probably going to come back down, start to play around with this low again. But right now, it seems to be bid, you know? So this would probably be a good area to look to buy euro yen with the price action. You got to watch that price action. I think right now the sharks are hanging down right around there to like scoop euro yen, because we're starting to get higher bottoms right now. So market structure is changing, and if dollar yen maybe if dollar yen gets pinned, let's say, what I mean by pinned, it stays between 147.30 and 148.50, but yet the sterling and the euro start to move higher, then these crosses are going to move higher and they're going to take out the tops. So that's what I got going on for you guys. Hope that you join me on my Park Avenue Trading on YouTube, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.